Alrighty, we are live. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel, The Tarot Magician. Renee here. Today we have a very special guest. I want you guys to say hello to Miss Shauna from Six of Wands. I have her channel linked in the description box below in case anybody is not yet already subscribed. Please go do so. As you can see, we tried to dress up today, and Shauna definitely beat me in the costume contest. So today we are doing Halloween crafts and kind of just talking about Halloween because I know Miss Shauna has already done a couple of interviews, so I don't want to keep asking her, the same old questions. So if you guys have anything that you want to ask her, maybe that you haven't already asked her, or if you just want to ask us about like Halloween type of, information, we can definitely do that too. But I'll go ahead and let Miss Shauna introduce herself. Shauna, of course, if you want to talk about your channel or anything you wish to say, go right ahead.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Renee, for having me on your channel.
Of course. Thank you for joining me and agreeing to do this in the first place.
I was really excited to dress up because I don't get to do that very much anymore.
I know, right? Anytime I have an excuse to dress up, I am there.
Yeah, so I have a fairly new channel. It's probably about a month old now.
Yes.
I've got 5 videos up on there for you to view, and I've got lots and lots of ideas that I went through on Scott's channel the other day.
Yes.
I'm going to try and do about 1 video a week.
Okay. That's always a good schedule to have. That way you don't feel like overwhelmed,
Yeah, and I don't wanna overwhelm everyone else with me either.
Totally understandable. I know she says, it's a skeleton. Everybody is impressed. So we can just say a quick hello before we get started and explain what kind of crafts we're going to be doing today. So hello, Triple Moon. Thank you for joining. Hello, Ange. How are you? I love all the Halloween emojis.
Wow.
I love it. Hi, Scott. Glad to see you too. Thank you for joining. Miss Jackie, how are you? Nancy, hello.
Oh.
All right, let's see. Hope, hi, welcome. Hello, Brandy. Wanted to say hey, thank you. All right, so I think I've got to everybody. If I missed anybody, I am so sorry. But hello and welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. So, Miss Shauna, I'll let you go first and explain what kind of craft you're going to be doing for us today.
All right, I'll just switch my camera here for everyone. So this
is
my craft table.
Mm-hmm. I love it. So professional.
What we're gonna do today is paint a pumpkin. So I've already painted this one here in black and then with like a dragonfly glaze over top.
I love it.
And so I'm going to do the glaze live for everyone.
Uh-huh.
And then I have a bunch of death head moths that I'm going to put on the pumpkins that we cut out of vinyl. So I will cut this one out live. All the rest I've already cut out.
And Miss Shauna has already prepped and prepared for everything, so I love that. Scott says Shauna just came out of the coffin. Woohoo! Yes, keep it spooky. So I'm basically going to be doing the same thing. I also have a pumpkin here. It's a huge one. I initially didn't know what I wanted to do though, like what I wanted to paint it, because I am going to be painting it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write the word boo on it and then just kind of like decorate the outside with like just colors. Because you guys know me, I'm a color person and I don't want to make this complicated and I don't want to keep Shauna here for more than an hour. So
yeah,
that's like, I need to make sure I can do something in less than an hour. So that's what we're going to do today for you guys. So awesome. Grab your pumpkins and get started. Also, guys, if you guys have any questions for us, like I said, post it in all caps That way we can go ahead and answer any questions. Again, we can just talk about Halloween, maybe some Halloween traditions, or some favorite memories of Halloween as well. If you guys want to comment that as well in the comment section, I would love to hear any stories or anything along those lines. Miss Shauna, is there anything you want to tell us maybe about Halloween traditions or like your favorite
Sure.
Halloween memories?
So
Go for
I was telling Renee before we came on that I live in a very cold place, and so Halloween is almost always it's snowing, and so
it.
we always had to figure out costumes that you could wear with a snowsuit underneath. So
Yeah.
there was a lot of like hockey players, goalies, ghosts, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters, sumo wrestler.
That's where you can get creative though,
Yes.
think outside of the box. I love that.
And one year I wanted to go as a princess really bad. And so my mom got me this princess costume that was like many sizes bigger than me. And I put my snowsuit on underneath and I was just so upset. It
I
did
told
not look like I thought.
like you had in your head, right?
Exactly.
I told her that growing up, I had the opposite problem. I never wanted to be a princess. I always wanted to be a witch. 'Cause deep down, I think I always knew I was one. So Halloween gave me the perfect excuse to be what I felt like I was actually supposed to be in life. And I remember this one time, my mom, like, because my mom's not very big into Halloween. She's very religious, she's a hardcore Christian. So Halloween obviously is not her favorite holiday, to say the least. But every now and then she would kind of get into it with us, right? So one year she let me dress up as I went all out as a witch. I painted my face green. I even had like a little mole on my face. I think that was my most favorite costume I've ever done.
That is awesome.
It was so much fun. I'm pretty sure I got extra candy that year because of how extra my costume was.
See, when I was a kid, I didn't have it figured out that like the scary costumes were more fun.
Uh-huh.
But when I was older, I didn't get like the lead role in Macbeth, and I was super sad in high school, and I got one of the witches, and
Yes,
I I realized that was way, way more fun than being the leading lady, like way more fun.
exactly, right? That's what I always say. Uh, Brandy says, "OMG, I was always a witch for so many years at Halloween. I had that freaky Barbie mask when super young, though." I think there was only a couple of times growing up, like in high school and stuff, that I wasn't a witch. But yeah, for the majority of Halloween, that's what I am, and that's what I continue to be, even all
That's
year round.
awesome.
So, what's your favorite candy, Shauna?
Halloween candy? Hmm.
Or
I
anytime.
really I really, really like oh, what are they called? They have like, they're like a toffee with like
Okay.
usually a witch on the outside, and it's kind of like this grayish brown toffee.
Uh huh.
Have you ever had that before?
I don't think so. Not that I can recall, anyways.
I can't remember what it's called because I haven't had it since I was a kid.
Right. We'll have to Google search it. That way I can figure
Yeah,
this out and I can try it for myself.
it's usually like witch's taffy or something like that. Something like that. I liked that treat. Um, I also got used to thrills. Have you ever had thrills?
No, I don't
They
think so.
they're lavender flavored like gum.
What?
Yeah, and when you're a kid, like they taste like soap to you.
I can imagine.
But then I got used to it and then I liked it. And those only ever seem to come out at Halloween time. I
Uh-huh.
also really like the oh, what are those called? Craft toffees, the
Uh-huh.
little squares.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm such a candy person. Like I enjoy candy like nobody's business. I love sweets. So for me, obviously in Halloween time, I actually love candy corn, and I know that's either hate it or you love it. Like it's never like in between. Have you ever tried candy corn?
I have. It's just like pure sugar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The more sugar, the better.
But yeah, it's not as popular here. I think because unless you get it in like bags,
Uh-huh.
like it has
Yeah,
to be something prepackaged.
yeah.
So there was one lady on my street who used to make caramel corn every year. It was so good.
Caramel corn. Did I say that correct? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
That sounds freaking delicious.
it was so good. But I mean, doing that nowadays, parents would throw that away because there
Yeah.
might be razor blades in it or something.
And Ange says, "My mom is a seamstress and made our costumes every year. Oh my
Oh,
God. It was great to be creative, and she made whatever we wanted. And pillowcases made the best candy bags for trick or treating." I love that, Ange.
yeah, we
You see,
totally did that.
I'm
The
gonna be that.
pillowcases.
Yes, I'm gonna be that mom. Okay, I'm gonna go all out.
Well, what we did is we had the smaller, like, trick-or-treating buckets, right? But we had
Yes,
pillowcases in the car, and we'd
yes,
just, like, empty into the pillowcase and then go do another block kinda thing.
I love that.
So we'd have, like, 2 pillowcases worth of candy when we were done. It was bad. It was
Yeah,
bad, but and then I'd have candy till, like, Christmas or more.
leftovers.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, Halloween is my favorite time of the year, obviously. I mean, other than my birthday. I love Halloween and just like the memories of everything growing up. Like I remember that, like I said, because my mom wasn't very big into Halloween, we only celebrated basically whenever she kind of wanted to. Um so I remember one year we were carving pumpkins, and that was so much fun. Like I wish that was something that we actually did every year, but I definitely want to start incorporating that as a tradition because nowadays, with the whole thing going on with the world and being that trick or treating, half the people now are against trick or treating because of everything. So it kind of like takes the fun out of it. So I really want to incorporate new traditions. So if you guys have any traditions that you do, that are maybe different, please let us know because
Yeah.
again, I'm trying to incorporate new things, you know? Like I know Shauna, you said earlier that maybe now you can incorporate like crafting as a tradition.
Yeah. Maybe do a craft every Halloween.
Yeah, or like decorate your house. Like I'm definitely the type of person to where I don't have my own house now, but once I do, you can bet your bottom dollar that my house is going to be the best house in Halloween. Did you do that too, Shannon? Are you guys big decorators?
No.
No,
My husband, like, likes to pretend he's not home on Halloween.
he's one of those where he's like, turn the lights off.
Yep.
Got you. I know that's so funny because, like I said, my mom every other year she would be like that.
Yep.
I love sweets way too much too. Yes, Brandy, I love sweets. Ange says, "Give me all the candy, but chocolate bars, Kit Kat, Mars bars, Reese's peanut butter cups,
Mm.
yes, are the best. Full size, king size."
Hey, did anybody ever, like, sort their candy, like, by preference? 'Cause I would do that, and then I would, like, make a deal with myself that I had to eat one I didn't like as much before I ate one I like so I didn't eat all the ones I liked first,
Right.
and
No,
then
I
just
never
had
did that.
yucky left.
I just stuck my hand in the bag and whatever came out, that's what I was eating.
And I'd also, like, make deals with my sisters. We'd trade because there was some candies they liked that I didn't like and vice versa, so
Right.
we'd trade off, like, the peanut ones, I would trade with my sisters because peanuts make my stomach feel weird. I love the taste of them, but
Uh-huh.
and then they'd give me like their plain chocolate ones. And we would get different bags of chips, different flavors, and I really like just plain. And they like the flavored ones, so we trade for those.
Yeah. Yeah, I love chips. I've just junk food in general is my guilty pleasure, apparently, and I do it more often than I probably should. But I just tell myself that I'm still, young and I can still handle it, even though
Yes.
slowly but surely that's not true.
Yeah, eventually it catches up with you. I found that out the hard way.
Unfortunately, I'm starting to get heartburn, even
Aw.
though I never get heartburn. I'm starting to get stomach aches more than usual, and those are never fun, obviously.
No, like I can't have Coke or Pepsi anymore because that just hurts my stomach.
See, I'm a Dr. Pepper girl,
Oh, I
and
love Dr. Pepper. I
yes,
can't have it.
that's my favorite, and if I can't have it on a day-to-day basis, well, let's just say you don't wanna see me when I'm not on Dr. Pepper. Oh, I'm waiting for the boo to dry down so that I mean, I can always paint over it, but I'm waiting for it to dry down a little bit so just have a little better structure.
Yeah. I'm just busy cutting my moth out, my
Mhm.
one moth.
It's alright. We still got 45 minutes, so we're good on time.
Yay.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, I'm like, "What the heck am I gonna paint?" I'm like, "I don't know." So, literally, like, 30 minutes before we came live, I was looking on Pinterest at all different ideas. Horrible, horrible.
I don't remember what day I decided what I was doing, but I knew it required prep, so I've been for the last few days cutting out moths.
Yes, exactly. I love your crafting table. You like to craft, like, generally, right?
Um, I used to really like to craft a lot, but oops, I broke my knife. But then I had kids. Kids got older. I got a job, and yeah,
Adulting, I get
adulting.
I get that. I
Yeah.
I'm I love the idea of crafting, but, when it comes down to it, I my perfectionist Ariesness gets in my way sometimes,
Aw.
and I'm trying to learn how to get better. Like, I started to sketch, because when you sketch, it's not the finished product, and that really helps
Right.
you not be so much of a perfectionist, but see, my problem is now that I like my sketches better than the finished product.
Nothing wrong with that.
And so that's where I kind of have to put more effort into it, I guess. But, timing and everything, my schedule is just, I
Yeah.
just have to find time to put more effort into crafting in itself.
Yeah, I think when I'm retired, I'll probably do a lot more, but
Yeah,
that's way in the future.
but at least you're planning.
Yeah.
I
But
think, yeah,
for
what were
this
you gonna say?
kind for this kind of thing, like, I go and look up, like, a how-to or a guide or something like that, right? Like, I found this idea on our local craft store website, and
Oh, that's awesome.
it said what materials I would need and all that kinda stuff, so
Yeah. Yeah, I YouTube everything, so
yeah.
that's
And
always the
then
easiest route.
the skeleton makeup that I did, um, I found that on Martha Stewart's website.
Oh, that is awesome.
So, yeah,
Definitely have to take a picture of that and then post it.
I will. I didn't wanna spoil the live, so I didn't do it up beforehand, but
No, yes, for sure. I was planning on doing, because this year, like I said, I'm trying to incorporate new traditions, um, since obviously my belief system has changed since I was a child.
right.
So, it's always good to do new things that, now that you're actually practicing. So, And I don't know if you ever heard of the holiday called Dia de los Muertos.
Oh,
Uh,
Day of the Dead.
yes, Day of the Dead. It's, I guess, a Mexican tradition. But in my family, we don't celebrate that, because like I said, my mom is, not, she doesn't like the idea of all that. So I want to start incorporating that now to our holidays. And so that's what I was wanting to do also for the Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. And I was going to have my aunt paint, a skeleton face on me because she's really good at painting and all that.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
especially face painting. But I love that you were able to do it by yourself because I don't think I could do that.
I bet you could. I bet you've got more skills than you realize.
Well, I'm good at makeup. Like, I'm good at
Yeah.
makeup, doing art on the eyes. It's just the whole face that kind of like is a little more tricky. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this just had a step-by-step guide that I followed. It wasn't too hard.
Very true. I decided to black out the boo, like the letters,
Oh,
because I was like, it looked too open. So I decided to just black it out. Hey,
I'm
Miss
fine with
Gates,
that.
how are you? My friend
Hello.
Judy has joined us.
Welcome. Here,
Well, like I said,
I'll go back to the other camera. So
yeah, so we could see your face. Remember, guys, if you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to ask either one of us, both of us. I'm trying to look for my towel. We're just here having some fun.
I'm just cutting out death head moth right now.
Yes. And I'm trying to make sure that I paint this the way that I saw it in my head earlier.
It's probably a good thing Simon from the Hermit's Cave isn't watching tonight.
He'd be like, what's going on here?
He does not like moths at all.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, moths don't have that great of reputation, I guess.
He told me it's because moths will crawl into your mouth because they think it's a cave.
Ugh.
I'm like, that can't be true, can it?
Well, good thing I don't sleep with my mouth open. At least I don't. At least I don't think. Angie's asking, what age did you stop trick or treating?
Oh, that's a good question. I think probably like 15. I think it was about 15. Because after I was a young 15, so I could get away with it. But after you kind of hit that high school age, the people won't give you candy.
That's another thing too that's so annoying. It's like, why are you discriminating my age? Like, I'm a kid at heart.
But also, like, wouldn't you rather the high school kids were going around trick-or-treating as opposed to like papering your house or throwing eggs or
Yes. Thank
right?
you. Thank you very much. Exactly. But like for me, I would say that, you're never too old to stop trick or treating.
Oh,
But at the same time, like I said, because of everything going on, I just don't want to like go to someone's house and then like them be like, "Why are you trick or treating? Is this COVID?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want
yeah.
to deal with that because I'm pretty sure like half the people now are gonna like be like that.
But
So
you're outside.
I know you're outside. Everybody's wearing masks. We're wearing
Yeah,
costumes. Like, you know, but so I just don't feel like dealing with that right now.
I hear you.
I'd rather just keep to myself, maybe have a few friends over. I was
Just
thinking about, what are you gonna say?
oh, I was just gonna say, buy your own treats.
Yes, right? I
Yeah,
was I was thinking about maybe renting like like one of those projectors that you put outside for like movies and stuff.
nice.
I was thinking of doing that, but I was like, I don't know. I'll have to see if any of my friends are up for like coming over and things. Because if it's just gonna be us, then we might as well just sit inside and watch movies.
Exactly.
What are some of your favorite movies that you like to watch for Halloween time?
Mm. I am a weirdo in this community because I actually don't like scary movies that much.
Really?
Yeah, like I liked Scream,
Oh,
because it was also kind of just funny.
comedy? Yes.
Yeah, like the horror movies that are kind of comedy funny at the same time, I'll watch those, but like the
Yes.
really scary ones like Saw
Oh,
or those kind of things, that's not for me. I do not like that stuff at
and
all.
Saw, it wasn't so much about the scariness, it was just all the goriness, like, all the
Mhm.
blood, all the ooh, like, no, like, there's a difference between the 2, I think, you know?
Yep.
"Hi, baby, what are you doing? You wanna come say hi?" My daughter wants to come say hi.
Yeah.
"Come here. You wanna come say hi?" "No? You're okay?
Aw.
Say hi, everybody." She'll say hi.
Hello.
"Okay, you wanna go with daddy so mommy can finish painting?" "I'm scared." "Oh, you're scared?" "What are you doing?" "We're painting." "But you're scared." "Yeah." She's at the age where she's scared of everything. So,
Aw,
right now, anything Halloween, she's like, "Ah!"
that's so cute.
"You wanna go, daddy? Mommy's almost done, okay?" She only wants to be with me when I'm busy.
Of course.
Any other time, she chooses daddy over me.
That's typical. That's normal.
And it says, "See, that's right. I would gladly give the teenagers candies. Otherwise, what are they gonna do? Drugs and alcohol,
Exactly. Exactly.
partying till all hours of the night with their friends."
Well, and I guess I started trick or treating again in my 20s because I had my kids, right?
Right.
And so I would dress up with them and take them to the door. So
Mhm.
it was kind of like I was trick or treating. Like
Yes.
when they're babies, are they really trick or treating?
I know, right?
No.
They don't know what they're doing. I'm trying to I was thinking, "Oh, I'll be there
Aw.
okay. Love you." And says she only wants me when I'm busy, I swear.
How old is she?
She just turned 3, September 25th.
Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, so she's still in the toddler stage.
Ah, that was
You
so
know,
long ago for me.
really?
Feels feels so long ago. Yeah, my kids are 20 and 17.
Oh, but see, at least you have a little you can breathe a little more now. Yeah, you know?
I don't know, bigger kids, bigger problems.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I know I was talking to, I think it was my aunt or something, and I was like, "Oh, terrible twos." I'm like, "It's not," and she's like, "It's not just terrible twos, trust me." Like,
Today, my son was getting on the bus later than me, so my husband was kinda shooing him out, and he said, "Where's your coat?" And I sent Renee a video of what it was like today where I
yeah.
live. It was snowing,
Oh my goodness.
and he's like, "I don't need a coat." Mm.
He's like, "I'm used to it."
And then my, husband texted me, he's like, "Kids have no respect." He was all upset. Like, "No, it's just a typical teenager."
Exactly. Was it
Yep.
growing up though, I think I was a pretty good teenager, but I for sure know that I wasn't as bad as my sister.
Yeah, I had only sisters growing up, and we were, like, really emotional. I feel bad for my mom now. My mom and my stepdad. But, I was a pretty good teenager. I didn't get into alcohol or any of that kinda stuff.
Yeah.
I lucked out because the friend group that I ended up with, they were, like, Pentecostals. And so, like, our idea of, like, going wild was having some pop and chips and hanging out at a friend's house, you know?
Yeah.
But I was terrible at coming home on time,
Mm.
and that would drive my parents nuts.
Uh-huh.
Now, especially with the COVID times, my son, I'm like, "Go out, do something."
You're like the opposite.
Yeah, he never leaves the house.
But now he kinda has an excuse, and you're like, "Still, do something."
Yeah. Like, when I was your age, I was never home. So,
Yeah,
some
I wasn't a big, like, partier or anything like that, but I did like to go and, like, have sleepovers with my friends, and I wasn't into alcohol until I turned 21. I did my best to kinda, like, wait until the age that I was supposed to do it, like,
perfect.
so at least I did all that right. I can say that much.
You and I have a lot in common because where I live, the legal age is 19, but,
Oh,
I didn't really drink or anything until I hit 19 years old,
mhm.
and then I found out that you could drink pop for free if if you were the designated driver, so then I was just the designated driver all the time.
Nice. Yeah, I know. I noticed that too, that we have a lot in common. That's why I was like,
Yeah,
I have to have her come on my channel and do something because I have a feeling that we are going to agree with a lot of stuff.
I'm just you older.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting there, so I'm getting there.
Aw. Yeah,
I
I
decided. I tried to do like a blood on my pumpkin, but I don't know how well that's gonna turn out. So I might
so
just do a red background.
so it's getting creepy now?
Getting creepy. Ah,
Alright, so I've got my moth cut out now. Oops, I lost
yay.
one of the circles. Where'd it go? Oh, underneath. So then what I have to do is I have to cut out a piece of transfer paper
Mhm.
to put the moth on.
Nice.
So let's just measure out how much I need.
I'm gonna use a bigger
Whoops.
brush. The problem is all the brushes that I have are really small. I'm trying to hurry because we still got 30 minutes. We're okay.
Oh, yeah. We're laughing. How's everybody else doing?
Yeah. I think people are kind of like in and out right now. It's that time. People are
It's
barely
supper
getting home.
time.
Yeah. People are barely getting home and relaxing. Well, let's see. I did miss some of the comments. Ms. Wheat says, now that I've gotten older, I think I prefer to give out the candy. One
Yeah.
day I hope to be one of those ladies who sits on her porch with a house in front of the yard, completely decorated. Yes,
Woohoo.
that's exactly what I'm talking about. Ooh, I'm trying to wipe off all the paint on this one. I think gouache was the good way to go
Yes.
because it's very thick. It dries a lot faster too.
I'm trying to get my transfer paper separated. It's going to take the whole live just to do that.
That's totally fine.
There we go.
What we're here for. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna paint the background red because if I try to make it look like blood, we're gonna be here forever.
All right, so I'm putting all the pieces on.
Do you have any favorite like Halloween characters?
I liked Sleepy Hollow when I was a kid a lot. So Ichabod Crane
Mhm.
would be my jam. The head and the headless horseman.
Yeah,
That used to scare me when I was a kid in a good way.
yeah, for sure. I don't know if I have any favorite characters, but like I'm very into the whole like well, obviously anything having to do with like witches, vampires, like werewolves, that kind of thing. I'm very into that.
Awesome. Did you watch the Twilight movies? Did you like those vampires?
I did watch them, but honestly, I wasn't the biggest fan.
No. I grew up reading books that were, I think it was the Vampire Diaries, I think they were called. And the
Oh, that's
vampires were not like the vampires in
nice.
Twilight.
Have you seen the show Vampire Diaries on Netflix?
I haven't. I think it's based on those books though.
Oh my gosh, if you love the books, I've never read the books, but the series, that's my favorite series. I literally watch it like all the time. And I can't tell you how many times I've rewatched it.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. I wonder if it's on Canadian Netflix. Any
Oh yeah.
Canadians in the room? Do you know?
Yeah, anybody in here? I'm not sure.
We don't have all the same titles that the American Netflix has.
That's true. We'll search it and then let me know if you have it.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I loved those books when I was a kid.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Well, we have a lot in common. But I actually named my daughter after the main character of that show. Don't judge
Oh,
me.
I
'Cause I
name
was
I
like,
named my kids after, like, Star Wars.
nice. Okay, see, even more in common.
My older child is, transgender, but,
Mhm.
started off as a boy and
Right.
was named Liam after Liam Neeson.
I love that name.
Yeah, and I wanted to name my other kid Ewan,
Mhm.
but my husband at the time was like, "No." So he ended up being Eden.
Ooh, that's a beautiful name too, though.
Yeah, and everybody always spells it wrong, like a girl.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it's Edan.
Okay. Both of them are gorgeous names.
But I figured I'm gonna give them 4-letter names because then they'll be able to spell their name in, like, kindergarten.
Yeah, that's smart.
That was my plan.
Eleh. Well, my daughter's is only 5 letters, so
Good.
there you go. But yeah, I was like, I didn't have any girl names planned out because I thought I was gonna be a boy mom. And
Aw.
yeah, the moment like they told us we were having a girl, I was like, oh my gosh, I have no names for a girl, right? So I was like, what am I gonna name her? And like I said, I'm obsessed with the Vampire Diaries. And I was watching it one day, and I just loved how every character, the way they said the name Elena, just like the way
Ah,
they said it just sounded so like, oh, like roll off your tongue kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
that's a beautiful name. I have a friend who named her daughter that.
Really? Aw. Probably for the same reasons I did. Is
Oh, so it's on Amazon Prime, Ange? Okay, I have Amazon Prime. I'll check it out
it?
there.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Ange thinks she's the only one left.
That's all right, Ian. We can have a party all ourselves.
Yeah.
You can craft with us. Yeah, I guess it's just that time where everybody is
Yeah, it's
getting.
supper time. Or bedtime across the pond.
Yep. Oh Lord. Okay, so I'm liking the way the red is coming out. 'Cause it does kind of look like blood, even though it's like all mushed into one.
Cool.
Don't worry, we'll show you guys at the end the ending products.
Mhm.
I'm excited because now we can put this outside, and pumpkins are really good for protection. That's one of
Oh,
their main uses, you know?
so that's where the pumpkin tradition came from then, probably,
Yes.
for
Uh-huh.
All Hallows Eve?
Yep.
Okay.
Protection from any like evil or any spirits that, you don't want to come into your home or around you. That's why they started the tradition, I believe, in the first place of placing a pumpkin outside your home for protection. So,
That's right, Ange. Ange says, "And then there were 3 badass witches left."
so Ange, so like, what do you do in regards to your Halloween like traditions? Because like I said, I really want to learn other people's traditions, even though, like I said, we all probably have similar ones, but still. Oh Lord, it's a good thing I started off with the words because even even though the black is like mushing in, it makes it look cool, you know?
Oh, I'm
It
trying
makes
to get my pumpkin to like be where the camera is. 1 second.
I know. I was like, they're not going to be able to see me actually painting it, but that's totally fine.
So now I'm putting on the death head moth that I just cut out onto my pumpkin.
Ooh.
Hopefully it works.
I think it'll all work out in the end.
If it doesn't, it was fun anyway.
Yeah, that's the whole point, right? Just to get together, have fun, do something different, you know? Something that's out of the ordinary.
Oh yeah, now it's going.
Oh Lord. I'm almost there. I'm like a quarter of the way there.
Oh, my husband's gonna laugh at me so hard. Because I cut out all these moths instead of hanging out with him. And he's like, there's no way that you're gonna have time to put these all on during the live. And he's probably right. Like I'm probably getting like this one on.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine. We can stay a little longer if we have to. I'm totally up for that. I'm just trying to make sure I have enough paint myself. We used to carve pumpkins, bake the pumpkin seeds, go trick-or-treating, drink hot chocolate, and then come home and sort the candy and eat it, but my kids are teenagers now. Well, boo. So now we just go buy the clearance candy the day after Halloween. I love that.
I resemble that remark, Ange.
Yes. Yes.
Oh. Hey, it's working. It's
coming out.
Okay.
I'll try to paint the majority of it, but it's because on the back of my pumpkin, I still had some weird stuff on it that wouldn't come off. So I was like, I'll just paint the front of it and then go from there.
Oh, this looks so cool. Okay, this was worth it.
You see?
Hashtag worth it.
Hashtag new traditions.
Oh my gosh, this looks so cool.
Came out the way you saw it in your head.
Yeah.
See, isn't that a plus?
Happy Shauna.
Hashtag happy Shauna.
Oh, this looks so neat. I can't wait to take this to work tomorrow.
Yes. Now everybody's gonna be like, how did you do that?
And I'll be like, Michael's.
Find everything there.
Yep. I wish I had a Cricut machine though, because I tell you, cutting this stuff out took hours.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's definitely worth the investment, especially like I said, if you enjoy crafting or you do anything, you know, because I'm also using it for my business too. So
and it's a fake pumpkin. Because I figured if I was going to spend the time to do this, I wanted it to last.
That's smart. I should have thought about that too. Mine's a real one, but that's all right. Like I said, I'll keep it outside for protection.
Exactly.
Yeah. The good thing about
wow.
Good thing about setting intentions with anything.
There we go. That's what it looks like.
Oh, that is so pretty. I love it. I love all
so cool.
The iridescentness to it. So pretty.
Oh, I'm here for it.
Yes.
That is so nice. I do not regret this decision.
I know. I'm liking the way mine's coming out too.
And I think my little pumpkin's pretty close to dry, so I can put a moth on it too.
Now you can use it all year round if you like. You just have to hide it from Simon.
Yeah, exactly. Although these moths are pretty stylized, he probably wouldn't be afraid of these.
Yeah. Let's hope not.
I can't speak for him though. He might be.
He probably came in for a second and I was like, nope, I'm leaving.
Yep. Well, it's pretty late, I think, in England. Well, not too late, I guess.
Okay, I think I'm almost done. See, this would be fun if like we could if we lived in the same area and like
Yeah.
get together, do crafts like all together. Like, you know, that would be so much fun.
Although doing it like this is fun too.
Yeah. That's what I
Like,
like about streaming, because that you can stream with anybody.
yeah. Because or you could do like a Zoom with a bunch of people and do a craft together.
Yes. Definitely new tradition idea.
Because doing crafts is way more fun with others, I find, than like by yourself.
I agree. Okay, so I don't know if I should do something with the boo. What do you guys think? Or should I leave it as is? Let me show you.
Oh, that's so cute.
It does kind of look like blood, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if I should do something with the boo, like maybe decorate it or something. I don't know.
Do you have like a light color, like a white or?
I have a white and I also have a yellow.
Could put like dots on it or something.
Mm-hmm. And maybe I can just fill in like bubbles, you know?
Yeah.
Like the inside, like the O and the B. Yeah, I'll just fill in like the bubble, make it look like bubble letters. That way you can actually see the boo. But it does actually look like blood. You know, like why don't any of us live near each other? I know, Ange. That's the only thing. Like, I love that I have so many friends now that I can like talk to and like, you know, message. But then when I really like want to go out maybe and like have a drink, even though that's not very often, but you know, when I actually want to go out, you know, I'm like, oh, who's gonna go with me? Like, you know,
Yes.
like all my friends are everywhere except for here.
I hear you.
But I'm very grateful that I actually have people that will understand what I am talking about now. Like, you know, instead of having people look at me and be like, what? Do you have any like spooky stories, Shauna?
Like real life ones?
Yeah, like spooky stories or anything that you've witnessed that was kind of like creepy or like, you know?
Yeah, actually I have a
Stories.
pretty good one.
Oh,
When
tell
I
me.
was
Oh,
when I
stories.
was really young,
Uh-huh.
I was 5 or 6. My grandmother had passed away, and I didn't know she passed away. We had just went to visit her in Ontario, and had gotten back to my dad's place in Alberta, and I had a dream, and I dreamt that I was at my grandpa and grandma's house, and my grandpa answered the door, and I said, "Where's grandma?" And he said, "She's not here." And then when I woke up, she was sitting at the foot of my bed and talked to me and said, you know, that she'd always be with me and that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next morning, we found out that she passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. But you
But
see, again, we have similar stories.
it was cool.
Yeah. Just the experience of like feeling like you kind of knew ahead of time, you know?
Yeah. So when I found out, I wasn't like as crushed. I don't
You weren't
know.
as sad.
Like it's almost like she came to comfort me so that it wouldn't be such a big blow.
Yes. I agree. I have a similar story myself. It's actually when I first realized, well, not when I first realized, because like I said, I've known ever since I was young that, you know, I was different. But there was one night in particular that I felt really like extra different, you know? And that night I had a dream that my grandpa was in search for heaven. Like his
Aww.
spirit came to me and he asked me, he's like, what does heaven look like? And I was like, "I don't know, Grandpa, like, not like, I don't know, I couldn't tell you," And then he's like, "Okay," and then he gave me a hug, and he's just like, basically just kinda, like, saying goodbye, right?
Aw.
And when I woke up, I just had this feeling like it was his time to go. And I even remember telling my mom, I was like, "Mom," because I knew, like, if anything, she would be the one to kinda, like, believe me. So I told my mom, and she was like, "Well, we just have to see, like, there's nothing that we can do about it, right?"
Mhm.
And I was like, "Okay." And then 2 weeks later, we got a phone call that my grandpa was in the hospital, but they didn't tell us that he had already passed. They just said that we need to get down to the hospital and go see him, right? So as soon as my dad got the phone call, I remember looking at my dad and I told my dad, I was like, "He's gone. He's not here anymore."
Oh, wow.
My dad was like, "What are you talking about? Like, they didn't say that he's gone. They just said that we need to go see him, right?" So my dad was thinking that he was still alive, right? And I told him, I was like, "No, dad," I was like, "He's gone. Like, he's not here anymore. I promise you. Like, he's already in heaven, right?" And so he just kind of looked at me like, "Okay." And so sure enough, we get to the hospital on my grandpa's like
Aw.
and so he kind of just looked at me like, "How did you know that?" Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, "Well, I had a dream a couple of weeks ago that grandpa was already like leaving." And he's like, "Wait, like, what are you talking about? You had a dream?" I'm like, "Yeah, I had a dream that grandpa's spirit came to me and that like he was already saying goodbye." And I actually told mom this the night after I had the dream, and my mom kind of looked at him like, "Yeah, she told me 2 weeks ago, right?" So
Wow.
that whole night, like, it gave my family peace because, like, even the night before, my grandpa was kind of saying goodbye to everybody because he went to see everybody literally that he knew. I'm kind of like saying goodbye. So, like, we had peace feeling that even he knew that it was his time. Oh, that looks so pretty.
So what I did, because these are so tiny, is I'd
Uh-huh.
use my silver marker for the eyes and the nose on the skull and
Got
the circles.
it. It looks gorgeous. I have the silver marker too, the metallic ones.
Yeah,
I love them.
they're awesome. Thank you for hanging out with us, Ange.
Yes, thank you for keeping us company. We just wanted to hang out and chill, you
Yeah,
know?
and excuse to dress up.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm almost done. I just need to paint the two O's.
Awesome.
Multitasking and trying to talk is a tough challenge.
Yeah, it gives you a new appreciation for all those crafting channels where they're
Yep.
talking and crafting. It's like, wow, how are they doing that? Or like
Yeah.
the artists who paint and talk at
Uh-huh.
the same time, because it's hard.
It is because you're trying to concentrate so hard and not mess up.
Yeah.
I know, like last year I did the carving pumpkins. I did a carving pumpkins collab with my friend Papa Squirrel.
Oh,
And
Brian.
yes, and I remember like trying so hard to concentrate on what he was saying and like carving the pumpkin at the same time.
Aw, you both are Aries.
Yep,
That's
we
cool.
definitely are. That's where we get along.
I love his channel.
Yes. That live was so much fun though.
That would be.
Okay, almost. One more O. Oh man, the white dripped, but that's okay. We'll make it look like it's dripping apparently. Not completely white, but it still looks kind of creepy, kind of spooky. Okay, my finished product, but it is not dry yet.
Awesome. Seeing you, we're all like, not sure what I'm gonna do.
I know. I was like, what am I gonna do? I don't know.
You knocked her out of the park.
Yep. See, this is why I'm like, yeah, I'll just let it come together.
Mhm.
Yes, and you love Papa Squirrel too? Yeah.
He's the bestest.
Mhm.
He puts so much effort into his videos.
Oh, yes.
I
Very
really
much so. I love
am
his editing
impressed.
skills.
Yes.
His editing skills are bomb.
Oh man, this transfer paper is not good.
What kind are you using so I know for the future?
Cricket?
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
It's
You would
like
think that would be the best one.
it's sticking to the, and I'm pretty sure this was a Cricut vinyl too. It's sticking to the vinyl.
Oh my goodness. Cricket,
Oh
what's going
wow.
on here?
Okay.
Inside the O's could be, oh, that's true, and could make the O's into a ghost.
Ooh, there's a plan.
I'm afraid I'm gonna mess it up though. I think I'll just keep it as it is. It looks good. I think Shauna will ask Santa for a cricket this year. I know.
Oh, when I told my husband how much those things cost, he was like, "Are you insane?" Like,
I know. My husband was like, okay, like as long as you're gonna use it. I'm like, yep.
yeah,
Because I was like, it's a good investment, okay? And especially now that I'm working on selling oils, like little spell
yes,
oils, it helps me because I can create the labels so easy now.
yeah, exactly. Like you're using it for an
For business,
economic purpose.
yeah, I'm using
Yeah,
it for business purposes now.
yeah,
Thank you, Ange. I'm glad you enjoyed my pumpkin. My
it
last
looks
minute
great.
idea pumpkin.
Oh, this is like not sticking. I don't understand.
It's okay, girl. Take your time. Take
There.
your time.
The other, I had a different kind of transfer paper that I did
Mhm.
the first big moth, and that worked perfect. This one, it's fighting me.
Well, guess we gotta do a review for cricket. I'm really horrible at doing reviews, though. I need
Yeah,
to get better. I
I
need to
always
get.
do reviews.
I'm horrible. Even now, like when I do like walkthroughs and stuff with the tarot decks, I feel like I'm not good at it because I just feel like I keep repeating myself the entire time, and all I'm saying is like, "Oh my god, this is so beautiful."
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm like, I don't think I'm very good at doing walkthroughs. Like it's okay. I use the decks in other purposes, so I'm like, I'll just stick to what I do best.
I have this weird affliction. I can't lie.
Mhm.
And so I'm like terrified somebody's gonna give me something to review that I won't like. And I won't be able to lie.
You're gonna have one of those faces like you know you're lying.
Yes, I do not have a poker face at all.
But that's a good thing though, because
Yes.
you're true and you're honest to yourself, and that's what's important nowadays, you know?
Yes. Yeah, I am a very honest person. If you want an honest answer, you ask me. But if you don't want an honest answer,
I tell people that all the time. I'm an
yeah.
Aries sun, but my Mercury is also in Aries. So if you don't want me to tell you like it is,
Mhm.
don't even start the conversation.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna tell you an untruth.
And I tell my friends and stuff all the time too, like, if you want a reader that's gonna tell you what you want to hear, you need to go find someone else because I am not that reader.
Mhm.
I even have denied people because for that purpose, because I can already tell that they just want me to tell them, what they want to hear, not what they need to hear. And I've denied clients, like, I do it all the time, and that's another reason why I like doing my own thing, because I have the freedom to do that.
That's right. You could fire your customer.
Yep. Sorry, but I'm not the psychic for you. I can
Yeah.
already do that.
Yeah, it's sad, but sometimes you do have to fire the customer. Customer is not always right.
Especially not in my case. I grew up with working at Chick-fil-A, and that was literally
Oh yeah.
the what is it called? The slogan or the
The
motto,
customer is always right.
customer
Yeah.
is always right. So, needless to say, that's not how I do things. Yeah. It's hard, like, to keep a straight face even though you know that, they're wrong, you know?
Yes.
But it is what it is. Well, I know a
Oh,
lot of readers that require a pre-interview to ensure that you are compatible before getting a read from them. I love that. Yes, like a one-on-one conversation. That's why too I always tell people message me, DM me, email me. That way I can make sure that everything's okay. But normally right off the bat I can feel the energies
mm-hmm.
intuitively, even if you just send me one message saying, "Hey, I'm looking for a reading." Based off of, certain energies, I can already tell just by that one message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I try to lean on that intuitively. Hey, Jocelyn, how are you? Happy Happy Thursday, aka Thursday. I love that.
Aw. Hello.
So, do you have your finished products?
Yeah.
Show us. Reveal time.
Oh, I gotta go back to my other. Or no, I can just do this.
Yes. Oh, that's so pretty.
And this is the one I'm fighting with right now.
That's all right. We can imagine in our heads how it's gonna turn out. I
And
love
then
the
this is the little one.
That is so cute. What kind of paint did you use for the black paint? Because it's like it looks like a little iridescent.
So the black paint is just a matte paint, a
Matte.
matte acrylic paint, but the dragonfly glaze is what makes it iridescent.
That's the one I like. You're doing well. Thanks for I'm doing good, Jocelyn. We're just about finishing up. We're
Mhm.
doing some Halloween crafts for you guys. Well, Miss Shauna,
Yeah.
do you have any closing comments or anything you'd like to say before we head out?
Just thank you so much for this idea and for crafting with me and for sticking around.
I wanted to do something different, like I said, because I know you had already done a couple of interviews. So I was like, no, I'm not going to ask her like the same questions over and over again. I was like, so we'll just do something fun. Like I said, I could feel that our personalities are very similar. So I was like, yeah, I feel like we'll have a lot in common. And sure enough, we do. So
Thank you so much.
thank you for joining me. I appreciate it, you guys. Again, I have the link to her channel is listed in the description box below. So if you are not subscribed already, please make sure you do. Like I said, she has a lot of really awesome ideas that she is going to be incorporating on her channel too. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you grow even more and see what else you bring to the community.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I guess we'll see you next time. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of you guys' night and please stay safe. Bye bye.